Hello everyone, today is Thursday, August 9th. It's 3:23 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can see my computer clock on my right, and on my left is the time in sales, the Emini S&P currently trading at 28.5850. It's a pretty good day for the auto trader today. Before I get started, I want to share some interesting tidbits about blue wave trading. Just wanted to clear the air about a couple of things and, just feeling a little nostalgic. There's a site on the internet called the Wayback Machine, and in the Wayback Machine you can go back and see websites from years gone by, and I wanted to bring this screenshot over. This is Blue Wave's website, and this basically, the Wayback Machine makes a screen capture of pages of various websites, and you can see the date here is April 11th, 2005, and this is one of the earliest references I could find to when our precision trend indicators first came out. They were in this TradeStation platform, and here's a really early shot from TradeStation of the trend indicator, where it originated, and again, this is showing going back to April of 2005. It was around this time that I first created these indicators. This was before Ninjatrader, this was before MT4, this was before Super Trend. We were the originators of this red bar, blue bar kind of look. And in TradeStation, we couldn't plot arrows on the bar, so I plotted a dot. And this is the Precision MA. The algo for these indicators is basically the same, going back this far, all these years. Here's another screenshot. If this looks familiar, the trend oscillator, the way we plotted it here. My style of development here, the colored bars and the color-coded indicators, back in 2005, this had not been seen before, this kind of a look, and this became pretty popular. Everything in Ninjatrader that started in 2007, we were one of the first vendors in 2007, as I showed our press release when we joined Ninjatrader from 2007. We were on the cutting edge of this kind of style and look of development, and anything that looks like this that came after 2005 was largely, I would say, influenced by us and our style and look of development, and that continues today with the auto trader and our indicators and this look. And in 13 years, we've refined our algorithm to what it is today, and we didn't come up with a new trading system every year. So what you have is the current incarnation of something that's been under development and improved for a very long period of time. Okay, first up is the DAX on a Super Renko 14 tick, and this hit its goal at 2,000, had one tick of positive slippage, and you can see the trades here. We're kind of cut short here, trail stopped out, and then a couple of trades here brought us to our goal. There was 3 winners and 1 loser, as you can see. Okay, the mid cap again hitting its goal in a single trade. Kind of similar situation yesterday with the mid cap, and great looking signals on the indicators. Okay, once again, line break, proving that it can be solid in performance. And here's the DAX on 150 tick line break, and this hit its goal of 1,500 and probably had some slippage. And the line break signals here are quite good, even though we hit our goal here. These trades weren't taken because we hit our goal, but nevertheless, the quality of these moves here on a line break chart are pretty impressive. Okay, the Russell on a 500 tick Heikin-Ashi chart. I'm still trying to find really great settings for the Russell, and so I've made a little improvement here. Really great signals on the indicators here, and then these were automated by the Autotrader, as you can see here. So the Russell doing 1165, the goal is 1200, so it probably hit its goal and had some slippage. But looking at the indicator signals here going back, it's just really fantastic on the Russell with the Heikin and Ashi bars. Really excellent trading signals here. We start flat in the Autotrader every day, so we're not showing historical trades here, but today was really great. We got filled on our limit order. The limit pullback on this is only 2 ticks. I shortened it up a bit, but really nice on the 500 Heikin and Ashi Russell. Here's the Russell on the 233 Heikin and Ashi. It had a minor gain of $40 on a single trade, but as stated, still trying to find the settings on this. Even on the 233 tick chart, really great looking indicator signals here. We didn't get the long here because the trading start time on this is about 9 o'clock, and this signal occurred too early, otherwise it might have caught this. The other Russell charts had really minor losses, like less than a couple of $100 or so. Okay, the crude oil on a 150 Heikin and Ashi tick chart did 980 for the day. The goal on this is 1,000, so it hit its goal and had some slippage, but this had a little bit of a bumpy ride. It came up, it didn't really draw down, but we had an equity high of 600, and then it went back to 0 and then recovered from that to do 980 for the day. So that's pretty impressive overall. Okay, next up is the crude oil on a 30-second line break chart. This did 990 for the day. Looks like it had 1 tick of slippage, but this also validating that line break charts can work pretty well. Okay, next up is the Nasdaq on a 1597 Heikin and Ashi chart. This has an open position of about 580 and a closed P&L of 130. So depending on where the market closes today, it looks like we'll end up with $700 or $800 today. Okay, the crude on a 150 Heikin and Ashi chart finished out at about 340, and this was moderately active today. It drew down about 400 per contract and then recovered after the 10 o'clock hour. So there's something to be said for observing the Autotrader and really dialing in your start times. Like today, if you would have started at 10, you wouldn't have had such a drawdown here. So sometimes starting 30 to 60 minutes after the opening of the session can be advantageous. Okay, the Dow E-mini contract on a 1597 Heikin and Ashi chart did 500 for the day. Had a small loser and 2 winners here. This is trading only 2 contracts. Okay, the Emini S&P on a 987 tick line break has a closed P&L of 487.50 and an open P&L of about 300 here. So this looks like it's going to have a pretty solid gain for the day. And I'm going to bring the stop in a little closer on this just to ensure that we don't give it all back. And you can see how easy that was to trail the stop down by 50%. Okay, the DAX on a 150 Heikin and Ashi chart looks like it drew down about 100 per contract and then made an equity high of 800 all the way back to 0 and then closed at 750. So quite volatile today on this chart, but of note is how often a 150 Heikin and Ashi chart does well, or 150 tick, or 150 tick line break. So something about 150 does pretty well in a lot of different markets. Okay, the Nasdaq on a 5-minute chart is 3 for 3. This is relatively new, and I think it's won 3 days out of the 3 days I've shown it here. So today, 595 on a single trade. This is trading only 2 contracts. And here's what it looks like with candlesticks. So really nice trade here. And if I look at the rest of the day, Not too shabby for just a single trade. Okay, the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 4-tick chart. This has a single short trade, closed P&L of 187 and open P&L of about 100. Okay, the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 6-tick had 2 trades, a small loser here and then a short trade here, ending up with a modest gain of 237.50 for the day. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.